Well, hey, welcome back to what we're trying to do. Is this an experiment? Last Sunday, Vanessa, our children's pastor, she did an amazing job as we continued our message series, God of the Underdogs. And I don't know about you, but there are times where I feel like an underdog all the time, like literally all the time. I'm like, man, is life stacked against me so that like I fail? Is that how this whole thing works? Like I don't have the right connections, I don't have the right reputation because of my decisions that I made in my past, or maybe the decisions I made, earlier today. Like I just feel like some of that times, and sometimes this idea that my chances are just too slim. Like there's no way I'm gonna actually make that big of a deal or that big of an improvement in my life, for my community, for the family that I lead, my own life and self, like maybe it's my finances or my job. And so I find myself just kind of coming up with excuses, thinking, man, it'd be really nice to be used by God, but and then you just come up with those excuses. And so in this message series, what we're doing is we're just saying, hey, everybody has these excuses, everybody has this list of things, but what if we just decided to say, okay, let's take some lessons from people in the past and see how they decided to be used by God in spite of these issues. So this last week, Vanessa did this amazing job at walking through the biblical book called Esther. Now in Esther, Vanessa explains this, that like the Israelite nation are literally just this small little piece of an empire. It's not like their own country anymore. They're not their own people. Like they have their own heritage and stuff, but man, they're not their own rulers. And so Vanessa explained to us how all of that worked and how all of this just simply took place. And in that mode, she just talked about how this one lady named Esther won like a beauty pageant, essentially, and became the king of the Persian Empire. And so as she did that, she started getting wind of this one plot to wipe out the nation of Israel. And then all of a sudden, Esther just got this bravery, encouraged by another guy named Mordecai. And in that, all of a sudden, like Esther herself started doing things, not necessarily in an arrogant way, but like in a bold way. And because of her boldness, see, women, like sometimes you're like, I don't know if I'm bold, but man, you guys have a boldness about you that just comes around, and you need to hear it. So if you're a quiet person, you can still be bold. You can still be challenging. I want to encourage you in that. She wasn't disrespectful in this. She wasn't her boldness is amazing. And so I just want to encourage you, find your way of being bold in a world that seems to be stacked against you in a respectful way. Like God continually tells us to do that. Now, in Esther's story, what happens is she thinks, I don't know if I can do this. And all of a sudden, she just does it. She finds herself taking these next right steps over and over and over again. And I want to encourage you, take the next right step. And God will line things up in ways that you never even imagined. And you'll look back at your life going, wow, because of that, I was able to do this. And when I did that, all of a sudden I was able to do this next step. I bet you when Esther looked back on her life, she had no clue that she was going to be doing what she did to save a nation. But all of a sudden she did it. And I don't know what you're facing today, but your chances may be pretty big, like a pretty slim chance. But if you take the next right step, God will line things up in your ways